Hi, my name is Kyle Helms, and today I'm doing a short video about planning a sales call, planning to do the research, do the time, put the effort in, and really understand what the sales call is meaning to you and the client that you are having the phone call with. There's techniques in everything in life, and then there's techniques in sales, and especially planning a call that could be a blind call, a cold call, as many call it, and something in that sort, or a call that has been set up and is, you know, put the time into and is expected of the client and the seller. And there's three key elements that go along with that. It's being knowing your customer, knowing your fit as the seller, and then knowing the strategy that you're going to have to take upon the client as well. First off, I like to talk about as a customer. Research and organize your thinking to prevent and trap making any assumptions at all that you may bring to the table. If you find yourself in a very distraught order of thinking where you get so mumbled and flustered, you'll make assumptions about the client that could be completely wrong, that have no meaning at all. And that's where you need to take that research so where you can prevent these assumptions. Relevant questions to the topic that you're selling upon, it diminishes the confidence in all of the clients. It doesn't show that you have confidence in what you're selling or believe in or even know the research behind it. And then you find yourself diminishing the confidence of the customer, as I said. Prepare for recent information. Many people go to see their customer and look deeper upon into their customer. But however, if say one salesman gets a client that is handed upon him from a previous seller and takes that information to call him, he may be totally out of date. Every day information can change, and research has to be conducted by the previous seller as well as the seller of that time and date. Research customers, the goals, research their visions, see what they're trying to do, see where your product can be beneficial and how it's going to be efficient to them and what they're trying to get out of the sale. Discover their gaps. And when I say the gaps of the customer, it's the parts that they're missing. It's the little things that the seller can produce to them that can really make a difference in their lives and in the business world. Discover the gaps, discover the needs, discover what they're there for, discover what they're needing out of the wholesale, and that can really help you a long ways. Know the fit, as they call it. Know your fit, you would say. Identify the opportunities and mapping capabilities, the opportunities that you bring to the table. Understand what you are bringing to the table and how you can help one. Understand the capabilities Know your fit, what you're there for, what you actually do bring to the table, as I've said before, and what you're offering. Instead of just being blind and just being intimidated in a way, know what you're there for. How is your solution different from your components? Know that fit. How are you from the next guy completely different? How can you go one above, and how can you show that to your client? You have to know this. And then strategy, each person must know their role. Know their role and their responsibility. Know why they're there. Each person on the phone call, if it's a three-way call, a two-way, a conference call, anything, know your role and your responsibility. Know why you're supposed to be there. What's your responsibility to take care of? What are you conducting? What's your whole role inside of the selling world? Relevant is an objective and appropriate, and does it advance the sell? Is the objectives that you're broadcasting, is it appropriate? Is the questions appropriate for what the time and the topic you're talking about? And then measurable. How to know you've accomplished your objective. Can you see that you accomplished your goal? Can you see that you have done all that you've needed and you have mastered what you're doing? That's measurable. And then one thing I like to study too is post-purchase behavior of your client. How are they reacting? Look at the relationship beyond the couple minutes that you have with them to see if you can build upon that or if that was it. I appreciate it. Thank you.